So, what is internet marketing and why should you care?
Jungle.
Well, internet marketing simply entails promoting your business on the web. Any marketing activity that is carried out online is considered internet marketing, and that includes search engine optimization, otherwise known as SEO, content marketing, social media marketing, PPC advertising, influencer marketing, press releases, email marketing, and more. These various pillars of internet marketing can each help you to bring more visitors to a website or a blog, and that in turn gives you the opportunity to promote your business and hopefully drive conversions, in other words, turning visitors into customers. What makes internet marketing so effective is that it doesn't have to cost a huge amount to be successful. Now, you can spend an awful lot on SEO and content marketing and thereby try to get your site to the top of Google. But sometimes it just takes one smartly placed link to drive huge amounts of traffic to your site. And if you're willing to put in consistent time and effort, then anyone can build a massive, loyal audience, then thereby become a big influencer in their niche. Thus, internet marketing is the great equalizer. Marketing no longer requires a huge budget. It's now something that you can do just as well as the largest corporations, as long as you're smart with it. Internet marketing has other advantages too. It allows you to actually engage with your audience, for instance. Using social media or running contests means that you're able to interact with the very customers you're trying to obtain and get feedback from them. Then there's the simple fact that the web is capable of reaching such a huge audience, including people from all around the world. If you're selling something with international shipping, then this is by far the best way to reach a global audience. For all these reasons, internet marketing is for everyone. No matter what type of business you're running, you should be able to benefit from internet marketing and find that it can help you to increase your brand visibility, grow your audience, and to make bigger profits. Now, some businesses are only able to exist thanks to internet marketing. These are the entirely online businesses, such as people who sell ebooks. Now, ebooks are digital products with no overheads. By marketing them correctly, it's possible to make huge amounts of sales which will be almost entirely profit. Ebooks can be something of a hard sell, but the fact that you can reach such a massive audience and engage with them directly means you can get enough turnover to earn big profits. These businesses only exist thanks to internet marketing. Other businesses also rely heavily on internet marketing. If you sell a service online, such as web design or copywriting, then using internet marketing will allow you to ensure that the maximum number of potential clients see your website and consider hiring your services. Knowing how to reach that audience online is the difference between long dry spells, where you aren't bringing in any cash, and a steady flow of orders and income. Of course, the same is also true for an e-commerce business, which exists to turn website visitors into paying customers in a similar way. Amazon actually spends over $1 million a day on Google AdWords alone, which shows you just how much the company values its internet marketing. But it's not just online businesses that can benefit from internet marketing. Big brands like Coca-Cola, Red Bull, Marvel, Ford, Best Buy, they all spend huge amounts on internet marketing because they know that it is now more effective than spending that same money on print media or television. And the same goes for small businesses like hairdressers, restaurants and high street stores, and sole traders like plumbers, builders and lawyers. As we will see, anyone can benefit from internet marketing, and it is the single most efficient way to increase footfall for your company. The only thing holding most people back, of course, is the simple fact that they don't know how to go about internet marketing. They don't understand how SEO works, they're not sure how to reach influencers, and they find social media awkward. If you find yourself in that situation, then don't worry. This video series is going to teach you everything you need to know in order to develop any kind of internet marketing campaign with confidence. Best of all, we'll help you to learn to create smart internet marketing campaigns, the kinds that get maximum results with the least amount of cash and time. We just said that Amazon spends $1 million a day on AdWords, and that might make you wonder how on earth you're supposed to compete. The answer? Well, you're not. Our aim is not to take on huge corporations head to head, but rather to find the path of least resistance, to identify those corners of the web where lots of potential customers are waiting and no one is currently marketing to them. You're going to learn how to do that and much more over the course of this series. Specifically, you'll learn how to choose a niche and find your audience, how to create a stunning website in no time at all, how to drive conversions so that visitors equal customers, how to climb the ranks of Google using smart SEO, how to provide value through a blog and become a thought leader in your industry, how to build and run a mailing list, how to create a thriving and popular social media channel, how to write stunning articles and killer sales scripts, how to use press releases, video sales letters, sales pages, and other tools, how to work with other internet marketers, how to create your online business, and a whole lot more. So let's get down to it. And we'll do that in the next video. As we saw in the last video, internet marketing is for everyone and can apply to many different types of businesses. For the purposes of these videos, though, we're going to broadly categorize viewers into two groups: those with an existing business they want to promote, and those wanting to set up an online business or make money directly through internet marketing. And for now, we're going to concentrate on the second group. If you already have a business, this is still worth watching, but if you're in a rush to get to the good stuff, fast forward to the section on website creation. If your plan is to build an entirely online business and to make money either directly from a blog or perhaps by selling digital products, then the first thing you need to do is to choose a niche, or niche as some people pronounce it. The term niche in this context essentially refers to a subject matter, an industry, and an audience. In other words, a niche can be health or it can be knitting. This is what your blog is going to be about. It's what the products you sell should be about, and it will determine precisely who your business is marketed at. Choosing your niche is one of the most important steps in creating a successful online business. And the reason for this is that it will directly impact the amount of competition as well as the size of your audience. So if your subject is health, then you're going to be going up against millions of other websites, and this is going to make your life very difficult indeed. When you write a blog post on how to get abs, it's going to be incredibly difficult to get that to the top of Google, seeing as there are so many other blog posts on getting abs. Likewise, if you post in a fitness forum and mention your ebook, it's not going to stand out or be interesting because there are so many others. Conversely, though, you also need to avoid choosing a niche that is too narrow. If the niche you chose is earwigs as pets, then it will only be a matter of time before you've marketed to the majority of that audience and there's no one left to buy from you. Another important consideration when choosing a niche is what you can offer the audience and how much they are likely to spend. When creating a product, it's always useful to think in terms of the value proposition. Now, this basically refers to what your product is offering to the buyer and what gives it its value, which should be much greater than the face value. When you sell an ebook on getting fit, for example, the value proposition comes from the fact that your buyer will hopefully be much fitter after reading your book and applying the knowledge that they learn. So you're not really selling a book at all, but rather a sexy toned body. You're selling confidence. You're selling energy first thing in the morning, and you're selling physical attractiveness to the opposite sex. And people are willing to pay for a lot of things, meaning that you can afford to charge more for your ebook. On the other hand, if you have a book on cats, then you can only charge people for learning a bit more about their pets, which isn't something people are willing to pay as much for. It's also important to have a very clear target audience in mind. Draw up a buyer persona and think about the exact kind of person who will be interested in your product. Do they have enough disposable income? And do you know where you can reach them in order to market your product? If all that sounds a bit confusing, then the best way to pick a niche is often to find a very big and popular niche with a strong value proposition, and we're talking things like fitness, finance, business, dating, and so on. And then to narrow down to find a specific section within that niche. So, for example, you might have fitness for the over 50s, fitness for nerds, and as a sidebar, nerdfitness.com is a highly popular website. You could have fitness for X condition, whatever you want to put in. Fitness for martial artists, online businesses for students, making money online for stay-at-home mums. The list just goes on. And try and think of something that is as original as possible, while at the same time making sure that there's a big audience there and that you can solve a specific need. At the same time, though, try and choose a niche that you genuinely have an interest in and some knowledge about. And this will help you to write better blog posts, and it will ensure that you don't get bored of your business over time. And this is actually one of the most important tips. So don't be motivated by money alone, or you're likely to find your business lacks staying power. Finally, think about any connections you might already have and any contacts. If you happen to know the editor of Gardening Magazine, then creating a business in the gardening niche just makes sense. Likewise, if you're a prominent member of a big forum dealing with health, then this is a very logical niche to choose, as you'll be able to post about your blog there and hopefully get a big reaction. In short, try to have an entire business plan ready before you even begin writing. Know your strategy, know your end game, and let your niche dictate all that. The next thing you need to do is to create a stunning website. Now, this is highly important, as your website is what's going to create the first impressions for your visitors and give them the confidence to buy from you. Now, this makes all the difference. Think about your own experience, whether you're looking online for a place to eat, for a specific product to buy, or a blog to read. If the website is well designed, then the chances are that you'll feel comfortable there. If the font is large and crisp, then it will be pleasant for people to read. If the logo is well designed and high definition, then it will create trust for your brand. If the navigation is simple and fluid, then visitors will be able to find their way around the site. And if the Buy Now button looks official and secure, then people will be much more comfortable entering their payment details. How many times have you loaded up a website to get some information or to order food, only to be immediately put off by the dated design and leave? Now, don't let this be the experience that your visitors have of your website. Make sure that it looks clean and professional, and don't accept anything that is less impressive than the very top players in your niche. If you want to be taken seriously, then that is what it takes. So, how do you go about creating such a website? Well, the good news is that these days it's very easy with WordPress. WordPress is, of course, a content management system and site building tool. You install it on your server, and this is usually available through the tools provided by your hosting provider, or you can download the files from here at wordpress.org. Be sure to come to wordpress.org, not wordpress.com. Wordpress.com is where they host the site for you. And then you'll be able to log into a backend and choose a theme and layout while adding posts and features easily. And WordPress is by far the most popular tool today for building websites, and it powers many of the biggest brands on the net. For example, Some of the BBC websites run on WordPress, as do the blogs that Forbes magazine hosts, and Wired also is run by WordPress. And it's free, and it has a huge number of different features. It has support from a massive online community and nearly endless customizability. In other words, there really is no reason not to use WordPress. It's a tried and tested commodity, and it makes things quicker and faster for you while still resulting in a highly professional looking end product. Now, once you've installed WordPress, you should then look into adding a professional looking theme. Now, thankfully, these can also be added very simply by looking at the themes available through WordPress itself or by buying them from various theme stores. And a good one is themeforest.net. And you can see here they've got, at the time of making this video, 31,056 website templates and themes. And as you can see here, prices start at around $2, so it's well worth a visit. A professional looking theme with good customization options will generally set you back about $40, and this is a very worthwhile investment as it can make your site considerably more professional looking, help it to stay responsive so that it fits the size of the display that it's being viewed on, and generally ensure that it's polished and able to compete with those top players. You also need a great logo, which will help you to brand your business and will give you more marketing options. A good logo needs to be unique. It needs to encapsulate what your business is all about, try to communicate the value proposition if you can, and it needs to be crisp and high definition to look professional. If you create your logo yourself, then it's very important that you use vector files via software like Adobe Illustrator in order to make it look the part. Better yet, outsource this job to someone else. Consider using 99 Designs, which is 99designs.com, or if you're in the UK like me, it'll redirect you to 99designs.co.uk, or perhaps Fiverr, which is Fiverr with 2Rs.com.